guys, welcome back to the Voltman channel. It's been 2 months since I have purchased this Tata Punch EV 40 kilowatt 2026 facelift version, and if you can see my odo, I have driven 6,141 kilometers in 2 months. And in these 2 months, I'll tell you what are the quality issues that I saw from Tata Motors, and what are the issues you also need to know before purchasing Tata Punch EV. Mine was the very first batch. I booked this car immediately when the car was launched the next day, and I got it delivered within 30 days of waiting time. And in this video I'll show you exactly what are the issues, the quality issues that Tata Motors needs to be improved, and I'll describe it based on the severity, critical, minor, recall and everything. So let's start. I'll open my bonnet. The very first issue I faced after 1,000 kilometers of driving is the faulty coolant pump. So the coolant pump is faulty, and due to that I'm getting an amber symbol in my dash. I'll put a video on that. So it happened after 1,000 kilometers of driving, and the coolant pump was not pumping the coolant across the battery and all the place where it needs to be cooled. So that was faulty after 1,000 kilometers immediately, and it's been 6,000 kilometers. Still now they haven't replaced it. They just diagnosed it last time, and the part is arrived, and I'm yet to change those parts. So that's the first issue. Second issue I faced when I was driving in a hill. So I was driving in a hill station, and my AAC was around 300. And when I parked the car and went outside for a walk and came back inside, automatically the Limp mode system was activated. The battery was 84% or 82%. The Limp mode got activated. I was getting a high HV critical error and so. So I parked the vehicle again and went for 10 minutes and came back. The issue was gone. So I don't know what exactly the issue is. So I was not able to replicate to the service center team that suddenly the Limp mode was activated. That's one of the critical issue. Next issue is when you turn on your air conditioning system, the aircon system from the IRA app, it works fine. But after you stop the AC and try to unlock your car, you get a HV critical error when you run your AC from IRA app, and it gives you a warning HV critical error. So that issue is here. That's what I faced. Next issue is related to the charging and the distance to empty meter. So every time when I charge to 100%, the distance to empty automatically change back to 290 every single time. In my previous video, I tried to do a soft reset by removing the auxiliary battery terminal, and wanted to see if that gets fixed. But it was just temporary fix, and it came back immediately after I did my second charge to 100%. So I'll put a video. Do check that out. Now look what happens when I immediately unlock my car, and the range will show different. So what I'll do is I just focus it here, lock the focus, and I'll unlock my car and look what happens. Okay, 3, 2, 1, unlock. Okay, 402 kilometer range currently. Now it's changing back to 290. This is what happening. Those are 4 critical errors that I have rated so far. Let's talk about some major issues. Since I got the delivery of the car, I was facing some weird noise from the suspension. So it was like something is loose in the suspension when I was going on a speed breaker or a patchy road where the patch is like that. So the patch is a little bit like that, and it gives you a tuck 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 sound like every single time. I'm not sure if it's due to the stabilizer link rod or something else, or the bush bars. I'm not sure. I have already given one time to the service center. They did tighten their screw and gave it to me, but even after driving it for 50 kilometers, the issue came back. So I'm not sure whether there are things that needs to be replaced on the suspension side. So that's one of the major issue. Next issue is also related to the suspension. So there are some suspension cap here which is just moving like that. I don't know why this is like this. It happens on the both side. I'll show you here as well. I don't know. So every time if you go on a bad road, will you be hearing this? I'm not sure. Do let me know, guys, if your Punch EV also has this weird issue. Next issue is the fuse box rattling. I have already shared this video. So I have pasted a small, like installed a small tissue so it does not rattle. So if you close this, look at this. This is how it is in rattling. So this is one of the issue of fuse box rattle. So every time when you go on a sound, it's very confusing whether it's coming from the fuse box or whether it's coming from the suspension or any other link rod. I have clearly no idea. So I just took a small tissue and just slotted in to prevent this issue. This issue was related to the wipers. So the wipers was spraying in the windshield. So I was spraying directly in the windshield, so the spray was not going into my windshield. So this was a quick fix. I'd fix it by myself. There is a screw over here. If you put it forward, it goes down. If you put it slightly backwards, it goes up. So I have calibrated it based on my correct settings. So this is the issue. Next issue is regarding the OBD port. There is a auxiliary ODB port beneath here. So I'll put a video. That was this port was simply rattling and laying down still here without any support. So I did a wire tag here so it does not go down. So that was very bad quality issues. And also the mat, the mat screw is fitted here and the hole is here, and they have just left it open like that and didn't mind to install it properly. And other moderate issue is that the trims have started coming off. Both the A-pillar trims have been started coming out. It has, as you can see, these has started coming out. Other issue I was facing is the driver side dashboard rattling. So there was a sound coming when I was vibrating it, but it got fixed automatically because I park it in the hot sun. I don't know what happened. Something got melted inside, or this is now fixed. I'm not hearing this anymore, but this was initially, it was very much vocal. It was rattling a lot. So this is now fixed by itself, but that quality issue was there. I took it to the service center team. They said that they might have missed few screws while manufacturing this. Again, it comes to the quality issues. Now, thankfully, due to the hot weather that I am living in, 40 degrees, this is resolved, and I don't want to make that come again. And the other minor issue is what there was a broken screw here in the previous video. I'll put a photo there. It was a broken screw where the door was not properly flushed and the sound was rattling. On the left side, the screw was missing exactly. The screw was not there, and also the cap was also not there. That was the issue. And while giving this car, the co-driver seat had a small scratch and it's still here. I'm still waiting for the part to arrive from the customer success from Tata Motors. They said they'll replace this part for me. So that was a few minor issues. And last minor issues is some inconsistent paint job. Like there is a small hair here. I can't really complain. There is a small paint chip here. I'm not sure that will cause any rusting issues. There is also one more paint chip here that I saw. So something like that here and there in driver door. This one, and there is also a few paint they have missed in the top of the section, as you can see, which is in white. So those were some of the inconsistent paint issues, quality issues from Tata Motors. One more minor issues. I'm not sure this is an issue and it will be fixed. The seat belts is not retracting back, as you can see, but here it doesn't go back. I'm not sure this is a safety concern or it's just matter of lubrication. Do let me know in the comment section. But still, that shouldn't be there in the first quality checks. Biggest, most critical issue till now is the rear braking system. This was not reported by any customer. I don't know what the Tata Motors, after giving the first batch of vehicle, they recalled via the service center. They called all the customers who's in the first batch of the Tata Punch EV, and they wanted to replace the rear brake assembly. Both the left hand side and right hand side rear brake assembly has been updated, changed completely, and it costed around 6,300 each. And there was some issues with the braking calibration, it seems, and due to that they have called all the service center and asked all the owners to bring their car for brake assembly. So I did mine a few weeks ago, and previously I was not facing any issues, but I'm not sure exactly when the issue is coming. I think it's due to some calibration where the rain and everything comes, so this is completely different. So I didn't find any issues, and even after replacing the brake assembly, I didn't find any major issues in the braking performance. So I don't know what was the actual reason of changing those brake assembly. So then now question goes to who? Everyone in YouTube, everyone are putting hate on the service centers. So service centers guys, what can they do if the manufacturer itself has given all of these issues? So these issues are from the quality side, the QA side, from Tata Motors on the manufacturing bay. So there is an assembly line, that's where the manufacturing happens and the quality check happens. If you see in YouTube, they call it, Tata Motors says that we do rigorous quality checks, and we send the car based on heavy quality checks, and they also do panel gapping checking. Is this what the quality look like, Tata Motors, to you? Is this what you do? Big panel gaps all over the place? So this video was all about talking about the quality issues, guys. So I have no hate on Tata Motors. The engineering is really amazing. So the battery pack and the efficiency and everything they have built is so amazing, top notch. Even a 14 lakhs electric car won't give you this much of range that we are getting in this car. So far, kudos to those part. But the quality, why is the QA not happening? Why are there a lot of issues in a brand new car, and also a premium segment, electric vehicles or the premium segment? Why are these issues are occurring? Motors needs to improve their QA quality. The quality team definitely needs to improve this. As you can see, still I'm having the coolant pump issue. So in a brand new car, how can you deliver a car with faulty coolant pump? How can you deliver a car with range lock issue, where the range is always lock at 290 kilometers? So I am from a technical side. I know what's going on and how the range and everything. What if a new user is getting this car and he also faces this new issue, and he sees 290 kilometer in his distance to empty with 4 AC? If you turn on the AC, it also reduces too much. So what will they do? So think about it, because new customer, they need to come up this issue and show them to the service center, and the service center team needs to take some time to analyze this issue, and then they will give you a fix. Why not you fix this issue from the plant itself, from the manufacturing plant itself? So this was my message to Tata Motors quality team. So, and users, customers who wanted to buy Tata Motors Punch EV, don't go back after looking at this issue. These issues are minor issues that can be fixed if the Tata Motor wants. But I'm not putting any hate on this car. I really love this car, and the car is so amazing. And these are some issues I faced till now. I'm experiencing. It's been 2 months, as you know. My odometer is 6,100, and in this 2 months, these are the issues that I've encountered. So you may also encounter few issues. So I'm just putting a video on this just because if you're also facing the same issue, you can also get it fixed. And I have no hate on Tata Motors, and I really like this car. And the only request from Tata Motors side is they need to improve their quality assembly line from manufacturing itself to prevent all of these issues from happening. And all the issues that they do on the manufacturing side creates an issue on the service center. I am blessed with a really good service center, guys. I do service on Sayar Automotives in Vellore. That's where it's just 50 kilometers from my hometown. and they are really, trust me guys, these service centers are really good. They talk about each and every issue. They create a group and segregate everything. The customer success team is really good, the manager is really good, the technical advisor is really technical, and it was a really good experience for me. I have no complaints on the service center side. All I have is with these Tata Motors manufacturing quality team needs to fix all of this issue. So that's it on this video, guys. I hope this video was informative. If your Punch EV also has some issues that I mentioned in my list, let me know in the comment section and subscribe for more updates. See you in the next one. Bye bye.